Hello, Moon Babies. It's your Mama Witch, Angela Mary. Welcome to the colors of my Witch Vlog, episode 4. These are scenes from my forever home in Orange County, California. Many weeks into our isolation here. Under one roof is my sweetheart, partner, and I and our 2 teenagers. These are scenes from our everyday life and bits of tarot, of course. Some spell work and recipes to eat and drink for our immune system has never been more important and focused on ever than now, as we realize that that's our way of protecting ourselves and each other. The U.S. is now the epicenter of the coronavirus, COVID-19, and these are scenes of how life has changed so epically for all of us. I dedicate this video as a love letter to my kids, to all of you that are suffering from the virus, to some of you that are saying goodbye to loved ones, and especially the good people of New York that are really going through so much right now. This was the perfect time to put a bookend and a bow on a very special spell from December 27th, where we, as a Worldwide Coven here in a live stream that I have linked in the description of this video, froze our fears in a spell called Choose Your Chill. This was our winter spell, always intended to be thawed and created on an altar space here in my home. Last night was the perfect night to go through this all night end of the spell, for now it is spring. And it's appropriate for us to honor the way that we removed and looked very deeply at what we were choosing to be afraid of, and now set them on the altar, realizing that we have the ability to create space by removing our fears whenever we want. It is our choice, and as a coven we stand by each other as we go through the really uniquely enormous experience of being fully connected globally for the first time that I know of in my life. I don't know another time where we have ever been fully and completely focused as a planet, and there's something blissful and gorgeous about that, even though sometimes I'm just drained and worried and concerned about so many different things. Know that I see the unity as a really positive part of this experience. Magically, when I thawed all of this out, there was 13 shells and a single gorgeous stone that looked like there was a dark moon etched within, doesn't it? Wow, what an experience. Thank you so much for all of your presence, and thank you for trusting me to carry our spells at my home here in California. I love you all so much. We're with you every step of the way, New York. Vlog episode 4 already, and here we are at the first quarter moon, April Fool's Day, and this pandemic ain't no joke. We start like we always do, by striking a wooden match and lighting a candle for the collective to alert our spirit guides that we're here, we're open, we're listening, and we're ready to receive the messages that are meant for us. I've got a special candle with every video that I make. I light for my subscribers. If that ain't you yet, go on and hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it so you can see what I get up to over here on YouTube. I'm having such a wonderful time feathering my nest here, and I thank you subscribers for being on board and helping me feather my nest healthfully. I just created an ASMR video yesterday to support this theme of comfort, which is so appropriate for that waxing crescent moon that moves to the first quarter moon. With first quarter moon magic, we take and consider the big spell that we cast and that empty chalice, which is the new moon. When we are in those dark moon phases right before the new moon as well, when we recognize all the things that we are beckoned to shed and cast off that no longer serve us, and then healthfully cast spells and place back in the beauty of that cauldron or chalice exactly what we choose and what we're weaving and co-creating in this wild world. And during the pandemic, it's like, watching how this empty cauldron of mine is needing as much hope and sort of optimism as possible, but I'm going through stuff myself. Here we are. Thank you for being a subscriber, and thank you for tapping that notification bell, because I think it'll be an ASMR spell once a week, my witch vlog, and then our Friday live stream at 12:30 p.m. Pacific, where we gather in this glorious Worldwide Coven and co-create our realities. We have a lot of fun with MoonTarot for all the zodiac signs, and a special spell every single week, and the love of community. Wonderfully and magically last week, the simple symbol with my ASMR spell, which is Magick for strength, and I'll link that in this video here. We utilized the fabulous element of copper, and a single copper penny rose to the occasion as our uniquely tiny and seemingly almost excruciatingly, innocently, thimble size beacon of hope in this copper penny became the unofficial official symbol for this Worldwide Coven. So when you encounter a simple shiny penny, know that you're connected with everybody in this Worldwide Coven, which at this point, for those of you, and I apologize for that pup that's barking next door. It's a long story, but one of my neighbors passed away before the pandemic, and her pup came to live with her son, who took over the house, and it's all a whole thing. That's Elvis. And Elvis, bless you. I know you are just got a lot to say, sweetie. Anyways, please put up with that and any other sounds that you hear, because the four of us are still under one roof. So when you encounter a simple, single, shiny penny, feel the love of this coven, which is over 2,000 souls strong now and growing. It's wonderful to have all of you. And even if you aren't a subscriber, you just feel so free to feel the beauty and power of this beautiful worldwide kindness coven whenever you encounter a single penny. We'll begin with a poem selected by my wonderful son, Boone, to support this spell, this week-long theme, this magic for comfort. This is a poem called Comfort of Stillness by Fay Slimm. Night captures a darkness ink black when sound takes from stillness tangibility, emerging now beautiful gem stars, which bring a rounded diamond brightness to nighttime, and surging toward me as prostrate I lie. They embrace my soul. I pluck them, and thick velvet black becomes hold. I fall up into space. As they race to my eye, then I lose track of duality. One with the cosmos, I am flying. With such beauty, pain is lost. Thank you, Fay Slimm, and thank you, Boone Thomas. Sweeties, wow, has it been a lot. Elvis will tell that story, and there'll probably be a crow that caws in this little chat with all of you too, because that happens constantly whenever I chit chat with you. I've just been going through a lot, you know. It's a lot having everybody home, and that 24-hour news cycle is just on super sped up right now still. And I feel like I want to clutch the security of this tarot deck as I do. We'll kind of lightly shuffle while I chat with you and let you know that cooking every single meal to try to build our immune system is really super challenging. It keeps all of that conversation going inside of this family about, you know, duties and chores, and you know, ain't no doubt about it, you know, we're all experiencing a trauma in the whole wide world right now. And the only way I'm able to kind of recognize it in real time is through my own body. And closely related is my loves that live here, my sweetheart and our two teenagers. And I can feel their pain, and I can feel the pain of the collective too. It's crazy. It's like I have symptoms sometimes. Do you feel like that? You have symptoms of the COVID-19, of the coronavirus that come through your body that you know aren't real, like a little dry throat, and you're like, oh my gosh, am I okay? Is everything okay? You know, I feel like we're just having this incredible empathetic response to one another. And I'm placing in this video some of the things that I'm cooking. I've got a new Holy Trinity that I'll show you right here, right now. All right, the kettle is starting to blow. I'm going to turn that off and show you the little Holy Trinity of life right now. Curly kale, onions, garlic, and I'm also dressing almost everything with lemon zest and lemon juice. And this is that old neglected fresh oregano's buddy that was dried over the winter. So happy to just be constantly cooking right now for the fam. Love y'all. This Holy Trinity of curly kale, garlic, and onions has been inside of pasta sauce. It has been an eggplant parmesan. It has been dressed with goat cheese and put atop of butternut squash. It is just endless what you can do with that beautiful combo. And now onto our witch's brew. Sweeties, we started with, of course, moon-infused water. I'm moon-infusing water every single day right now. I talked about this brew on Erin Aquarian's amazing unity, immunity, community ritual that they created, that they actually captured and put up on their YouTube channel, and I'll link that in the video. This was begun, like I said, every single day I'm creating that moon-infused water. 1 cinnamon stick, some unbelievably surprising survivor of oregano that made it through the winter, buried beneath a bunch of dandelion in my garden, and some local honey stirred in 13 anti-clockwise circles. I just love breathing in the brew and saying prayers for you. I hope that you enjoy this brew. Oregano is incredible as a natural antibiotic. It's antiviral. Great, gorgeous stuff. And cinnamon stick is excellent for protection. We witches have been using that cinnamon stick forever, and just so beautiful. Back for our simple moon tarot. We'll create a spread for this collective right now that shows us right now, the atmosphere around us, and a skill that we're beckoned to acquire for this glorious first quarter moon as that lunar light grows. So does our knowledge of everything that's going on in our collective right now. It's really an interesting time. I will get right down to it. I will break the deck into 3, as is tarot tradition, and then back into 1. I'm asking for you to know that this is authentic. Look, there, you saw it in midair right there. And we will pull the first card now. The first card is wonderful, and it's the 1 or Ace of Cups. 1 or Ace of Cups is left tilted. When I see tarot cards that are pulled in a left tilt, I know that this is something that's on our mind. And when we have this first quarter moon, the 8 phases of moon kind of help me to organize or put a framework around what I'm experiencing. Just like the 4 corners on my altar do, of north, element of earth, east, element of air, south, element of fire, and west, element of water, and center for spirit or my body. They're one and the same. With this first quarter moon phase, seeing this left tilted 1 or Ace of Cups, in the first quarter moon phase, I kind of am facing the tenderness of the spells that I cast in the dark moon and the new moon phase that I so desperately want to believe in, but might be having a little waver of faith. The first quarter moon phase for me is facing the tenderness of my vulnerability. When we look at the Ace of Cups, this is a card that beckons us towards self-love. It's as if now, in this left tilted phase that shows more for me in my moon tarot, what's in our subconscious, what's in our night mind, what's in our intuition. My mind knows that I really need, as the lunar light grows, to ramp up the self-love that I'm serving myself, that I'm giving myself, that I'm gifting myself. And that's what we all need to do. We really need to ramp up our self-love right now. Yay, the atmosphere around us, so important. This shows a right tilted hanged one card. The right tilted hanged one card. Let me catch the light just right with this card so you can see it nicely. There you go. You can screen grab it if you'd like to. The right tilted hanged one card to me in MoonTarot shows me how very much we're all way out on a limb, and that's very real. It's like having to pay attention to that news feed that can be so harmful to us. All of us recognizing how out on a limb we are. You know, there's so much disturbing news that comes each and every day. As now where I live in America, we are the epicenter of the coronavirus, COVID-19 now. And you can see how it's spread all over America. And yet there's little wonderful seeds of hope throughout. The seed of hope that I'm paying attention to is one of my siblings shared with me that it looks like we have done well in California, isolating pretty early, and that we have taken that curve from a huge spike down to a little bit of a curve. There's evidence that suggests that. So I'm really hoping that everybody finds some glimmer of hope in that and continues to keep themselves well, providing comfort for yourself so you can just calm down, rest, and stay home. The skill we need to acquire now. This is the reversed Three of Swords, reversed Three of Swords. I think that finding the comfort in the week that we've had has been the ticket for all of you that are somehow feeling like they have a bit more of a commitment to their rest, a bit more of the commitment to quieting some of the nervous chatter and anxiety. For those of you that are still having a lot of nervous anxiety and chatter, this is a call for you to ground deeper, to quiet your mind, and to really sing yourself that lullaby. I talk a lot about providing body percussion for yourself. I will link this in the video, my ASMR Magick Comfort video that I just created, and I produced some body percussion for myself, patting and tapping my heart, which I show you how to do in a soothing and peaceful, calming voice in an ASMR style. Really ramp up the grounding game to create calm in your mind. I hope all of this helps a lot, you all. I'm thinking of you with all my love and magic, and please remember that magic is your birthright and everything's a spell. This is my spell. See you at the live stream on Friday, honeys.